Alright, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. 10:30 at night, Tuesday, October the 21st and 24th, I mean. I took a few days off, had one of my child's birthdays, spent some time with family, and I am back. I'm a little fresh, so I'm going to start with the with the euro, which has been giving me a little bit of a headache. But because of the consolidation over the past couple of weeks, it is possible that uh, we're in a triangle. And on Elliott terms, you know that triangles can take a very long time, and it can be, you have to be very patient. So if we are in a triangle, I came up with an alternate count on my daily, and then you can kind of see that as well on a smaller time frame. The problem with smaller time frames is that you see a lot of patterns that are premature, they're fake, and they're not really it. They tend to be it, but then it's like a pattern inside a pattern, a fractal basically, and it's a lot of fake outs. But when you see certain patterns folding on dailies and weeklies and monthlies, although it does take a lot of time, it tends to be a little bit more accurate. So if I am going to label the euro as a triangle, I would have wave 3 basically finishing here, and then I will have this 4, which is my primary, as an A, which is my alternate A, and then you have A here, a B here, and then a C for an alternate B, and then you have an A here, a B here, then you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a C, and this is all of wave 4. Then you have an A here, you'll have an A, B, possible C for B here, and if correct, prices should move up. It should. That's why I took a long position right now at around 1760, 1759, I believe. And I'm not much in it. I'm just a quarter of a contract. Um, and I have a fairly tight stop, about 60 pips stop. Um, but if you look here, this formed a bit of a double bottom, and it is possible that prices could continue, and the Ichimoku cloud on the daily is squeezing a bit, so it is possible that this particular turquoise it's going to go above and prices could go up. But if it does go up, it will be wave D of 4 basically. So I would expect price to find resistance at about 1930 or so. It could go up a little bit higher, but I don't think no more than probably 1970. Between 1930 and 1970, prices would go to end wave D, and then you will have wave E come back in the kind of the current area that we are now. It'll probably come down to the lower 1800 or so. That will end wave 4, and then it will start wave 5. That's just an alternate, and because there hasn't really been much movement this week at all, it was a small, I guess you could say this particular, on a 240 you can kind of see it, but if you look at the 240, this little spike here, I mean, it went from 1757 to 1792, so there really wasn't no big spike, and it found resistance just below the particular resistance line. But it's when you go to a smaller time frame, it is a little bit difficult to label anything in this market. So you have two options. One, you just get out of it entirely, and you just come back when something presents itself, or you can spend a whole bunch of time trying to just figure out what else it can be. And because I like the euro so much, that's what I chose to do. I did jump in another market, uh, and the market ended up paying off for me. So as far as profits goes, I was okay with that. Um, but I do want to get down to the bottom of what the likelihood of this market is. So from my daily, basically, my 3 as an alternate, the 3 would be here, and now you have an A, you have an expanded flat B, which will end here. Then you have a C, which went, that's basically, uh, it ended just shy, and so it basically didn't invalidate the A. This is the C, and now you have an A, because you can count this as a 3-wave move, but you cannot count this impulsive move up as a 5-wave move. So this would be a 1, 2, 3A, and then you have an A, B, then a possible C for B, but then this here is definitely uh, uh, well, even if you're looking at it, you can almost see a leading diagonal, maybe. This is a 1, possibly 2, possibly 3. Then maybe it's, let's say around here is 4, and then you'll see like 5 uh, should go above 1800. But there's just no way to tell in this particular cluster of bars. So that's how I currently see it on a larger time frame. So let me go back to my monthly. I'm sorry, my daily, and yeah. So it looks a little bit more clear, but this would be a C basically, and this would be, the thing about it though is that this could be a D here already, but it is a bit short compared to where the B would be. So if that was the case, then you would have a very small D and then E here, and then you see prices go above. But I doubt that. So I'm going to say that this is the C, this is the A, and this is A, B, C for B, and then you'll see wave C of D go above more towards a high 18, 19 or so. So keep a lookout on that, and we'll come back to it. But definitely it has to be in some form of a triangle because it's just taking a very long time. So in the meantime, what I ended up doing is I went over to the Euro Aussie. I saw what I saw is what I thought was an area that I could take a chance on, and I took a chance on it, and it ended up paying off. So 234 ticks, I'll take it. And if correct, this may finish wave 1. Um, this will be 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then possibly like wave 5 for 1. That will probably go to about 153 or so. Once it does that, then if I'm not gonna close the position, I will actually just raise my stop and um, see what happens after that. I think I ended up jumping in the CAD as well, but I'm up 45 ticks or so. I think I got in a day or two ago, 44 ticks. So if possible, I'll be looking for the CAD to go from current levels of 126 and probably find some resistance at about 129 if correct. The problem with that is if the CAD is going up, which means dollar strength, and some of these dollar pairs are correlated, well then it is possible that my euro will be in some bit of a jeopardy. Um, but it, the euro is just so, it's acting so strange that it's just a little bit difficult to kind of tell what exact um, what label it is in. I mean, this is just my alternate. It can be completely wrong. My primary can still be on tack, and this can be the 4, and then this can be maybe uh, a 1, 2, 3, A, B, C for 4, and then a 5 of 1 of C, and then you have wave 2, and then you have wave 3, then you have wave 4, and then wave 5 of C will go above 122. So it's still possible, but I'm just looking at all patterns and trying to come up with the best conclusion of what it's likely to be. And I take my trades based on that. So this is what I got for today. This is just the euro, and I'll have something. I got the pound, but I'll update that tomorrow and have another video for you. Until then, happy trading.